Hello friends, in today's video, join me as I get some everyday cleaning done. There's no rhyme nor reason to my cleaning. It's just me doing a hodgepodge of tasks that always seem to need done on the daily. I get laundry washed, dried, and folded. I get the bathroom spick and span. I do some general cleanup in my middle son's room, who is having a hard time keeping up with his broken leg. And lastly, I get the dishwasher loaded and run, because there's never a shortage of dirty dishes in this household. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Happy Monday, friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls, aged 27 and 23. I have 3 boys, aged 20, 17, and 16. And I'm also an auntie to 2 additional teenage boys. They're my 16-year-old twin nephews, who got custody of a few years ago. On my channel, you'll find cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration, a little bit of organization, decluttering, and even decorating. But what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it very real here on my channel and share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world and to help them realize that the best way to live life as is their most perfectly imperfect self also. If this sounds like content you would enjoy watching, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you join my community. So we are starting off today's video with just folding some towels. This was actually filmed on one day, and I thought that I would get some other stuff done, but really all I got done were these towels folded and put away. And then we're gonna pop in on the second day with me down in my laundry area, getting some stuff out of the dryer. It's one of my nephew's clothes, and then we're going to be putting in some of one of my other son's clothes into the washer. And friends, if you've been around a while, you know that I always have laundry to do. We are a household of 6 people, and we always have clothes. Most of the boys have several things during the day. They have school, they have practices or games and stuff like that. So they wear a lot of clothes. So we always have large loads of laundries to get done. So as I said there, I was just getting my nephew's clothes out of the dryer. He had some of his cross-country stuff that needed hung up. And then this is, I believe, this might be my youngest son's clothes that we are getting turned right side out and just making sure there's no stains on anything so that we can get it into the washer. And do you see something in this picture, friends, that isn't supposed to be there? Or I guess I should say, is supposed to be there? Oh, we are having trouble with this bathroom down here again. Back in August, when my father-in-law passed away and our youngest daughter was up for the funeral from South Carolina, on the morning that we were taking her to the airport, something happened. We don't know what. She was in the shower for a long time, but as we came downstairs to get in the car to take her, something happened. I don't know if the drain got clogged. I don't know if she pushed on a wall in the shower enclosure, but our basement flooded again. So we have no floor down here again, friends. I don't know what to say. We think we fixed the shower. We don't know. But we are not putting any more flooring down until we are 100% positive. So we've been living without a basement floor, or at least half a basement floor, for a while, and my guess is it's going to be at least another month before we get brave enough to put more flooring down. So as I said in my intro, this was earlier in October. My son is dealing with a broken leg, so he is having trouble making a bed, getting stuff picked up. We had moved his dresser so it was closer to him so he could reach the TV and stuff. In early days when he was still in bed for like hours upon hours. So on this day, I decided that I was just going to get it cleaned up for him, friends. That's my job as a mom, is I got to pick up some slack when they are needing the help. And of course, I finally bought wood screws. The screws that came with these pipe brackets were too long to go through this shelf that I bought at Lowe's. So I had to buy some 1/2-inch wood screws, and I used them on the gate to put the puppy signs up, and so I knew I was going to be able to use them in here too. So I thought, before I got this dresser pushed back, we are just going to get this shelf anchored. So I made his bed, we got that shelf finished, and I pushed his dresser back. A lot of the reason why he was having trouble on this side of his room also is because that dresser was pulled out from the wall and he couldn't do it himself. So once I got it back and I got his room back into working condition, he's been able to keep up on it again. He's still having a little trouble making his bed, but he's at least being able to keep laundry in his clothes baskets and put his laundry away in his dresser once it's folded. I will say, though, that I'm doing this voiceover on the 19th. You're going to see this on October 20th. And that morning is his 4-week checkup from his doctors. And we are hoping the x-rays show that everything is healed. He actually has been without his boot for about the last week. He started driving again. Now, he does still wear the boot during school. But if he's at home, he does not wear his boot. And then this past Friday night, when he was walking up and down from the field, he didn't wear his boot. His ankle and stuff is stiff, but he's not having any type of pain in his calf where, the broken fibula was. So we are so excited that hopefully we're going to go into the doctor's tomorrow and the doctor's going to say everything's healed, and he will spend the next 4 days stretching those muscles out, and hopefully he can dress on Friday for his last ever football game. It's actually senior salute. I don't know if he'll get much playing time because I don't think we'll want to risk it, but it would be nice for him to get in a little bit just to kind of give him that closure of, the ending of his football career. It's hard on kids when injuries like that happen and you're not prepared mentally for the ending of that. And I know it was hard on him emotionally, it was hard on us emotionally. So I'm keeping everything crossed that he can have at least a tiny bit of playing time this coming Friday so he can go out on a good note. And of course, you don't see me fold their clothes a lot anymore. In the early days I used to, but I had them taking over folding it. So it's hard to judge when I'm just like sorting them or turning them right side out or putting them in the washer and dryer, the amount of clothes they actually have. But you can see here, like you saw how many hang up clothes I hung up for him. And then these are his shorts and his pants I'm getting hung up. And then you saw all the clothes that I was folding. So that gives you an idea of literally how many clothes my children wear, and you know, you're going to times that by 4. So yeah, when I say we have a lot of laundry in this house, we have a lot of laundry. All right, we're done with his room, and as you saw, friends, I didn't do any deep cleaning. I literally did general surface cleaning just so he has a little easier time getting around that room and he can get back to taking care of it himself. So I put my Lysol cling stuff in the toilet. I've told you guys before, I'm not brand specific when it comes to toilet bowl cleaner. As long as it's the gel that clings to the side, I'll use it. I showed you my very fumbling scrubbing bubbles there. I do spray that on the sink before I go in with my Lysol wipes, and I just use, at the time right now, I'm using the Great Value window cleaner for my mirrors. And I honestly think I may have Lysol brand wipes this time, only because I think I found them on a good sale, but I buy what's cheap. If it's the Lysol on sale or if it's the Great Value, they all clean just as good for me. So we're just getting this sink cleaned up, and then we're going to move to cleaning the toilet.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind.
To tell you, friends, and maybe I'll throw a picture of it on the screen here, but I actually bought a specific Halloween soap. Our Bath and Body Works in our town is really small. They don't have a lot of like selection of the fall stuff, so I ended up picking up a Halloween one. And it smells so good. It's probably my favorite fall that I've ever had. Like I said, I think I'll throw a picture on it, and I'll throw the name. I think it's like Carving Pumpkins or something like that. But yeah, it smells so good. All right, so we're just, you know, cleaning this filthy porcelain throne. As you can see right here, I slowed it down for you, how much, you know, gunk gets on this toilet from the many boys that use it. And we're just using Lysol wipes to clean up all these germs, and it helps with not only the germs but like the stink too. So we're just gonna get this toilet cleaned. And I will show you many dirty rags throughout this next couple minutes. Our floor gets terribly filthy. Not only with urine, but just like dust and dirt. And we're still getting pollen here in the Northeast. I've had my windows open for a month or more. That's how beautiful our weather's been. Today is October 19th, and it's 70 degrees out, friends. 75 degrees. I just looked at my phone. Now, granted, this is an unusual day. We've definitely only been up in like the 60s. Just beautiful. So it's just dust and dirt and hair and urine and all the gross stuff that just needs to be wiped up and thrown out. And here's my best trick ever, friends. I am so short with short arms, I can't get behind that toilet. So I just throw a wipe down and grab anything I can find to help clean behind that toilet. That just happens to be my shower brush. And friends, we cannot redo this bathroom soon enough. It's not in this video, but the next video I do that will include the bathroom, you'll see that we've actually replaced the faucet here. It was starting to leak really bad. It's leaked a little bit since we moved in, but it's just gotten worse over the last 16 months that we finally just replaced the faucet. I didn't want to commit to a whole new sink or like vanity because I just don't know in what direction we want to go with this bathroom, but like we had to replace the faucet. So I just got like a nice like stainless steel one that will look nice with anything we go with. And we also have a plumber coming to look at our shower because our shower is leaking also terribly. So I am actually giving you a little overview of our shower here, how filthy it is. Do you see the blackness on the bottom of the tub? I don't know, friends. It's just what it is. It's, you know, we have 3 boys, myself and my husband, that shower in this bathroom, and you know, they're all working, they're all doing sports, so it's just gonna get dirty, friends. And I just pull the stuff out and I just clean it and wait for it to get dirty again. You saw my spray there. It's my favorite spray. It is the Great Value brand of like a scrubbing bubbles. It works so well on soap scum. Well, when I went to do the last wall of the shower, the front wall, it had run out, so I had to run downstairs and grab the one that's in our downstairs bathroom, and I'm going to show it later before I do the bottom of the tub. And I'll tell you what the name is there. It's terrible. Do not buy it, friends. I had to scrub so hard on the bottom of the tub, and I still don't think it came completely sparkling clean. It's just terrible. So I actually had put shower cleaner on my list, and I made sure that I got my scrubbing bubbles because the other one I'm using, and I want to say it's a name brand, it just didn't work. I honestly think I want to invest in another tub of the pink stuff. It works really good on my tub. And it's an older tub. Probably, it's not original to the house, you can tell because it is a white tub. And my guess is this house built in the 60s probably had a pink or a green tub. Here it is, scrub free, plus OxyClean. So my guess is this tub is probably from the 80s, maybe early 90s. So it's still like the metal, it's probably metal with porcelain over it. It's not a plastic tub. It can come pretty clean. Like as you see here, I'm just scrubbing and scrubbing, and I had to use some elbow grease to get the stuff off the bottom there. But like I said, it got good enough till I could get in there and clean it again. All right, so you know that I've had this 3M shower thing before, but it broke. Not the actual like metal part of it, but the plastic thing it holds onto on the wall. But I actually bought another one because the corner one that I bought, it was just like with suction cups, it didn't work. But I'm actually putting this lower in the tub because I think the reason why it broke is because everyone was reaching up and like they were putting weight on it when they would try and get their shampoo out, or they were throwing their shampoo in it, so it was putting a lot of stress on it. So as you see here, I put it right below bottom little thing I have that holds loofahs. Actually, I had to move it because it was hanging into the shampoo and stuff, so I moved it up beside the other one. But so far so good, and it's making this bathroom so much cleaner, especially the shower. So we're just getting this garbage can clean. It doesn't get dirty, it just gets dusty. We don't really have too much gross stuff that we throw away in the bathroom, like food or anything like that. So it just always needs wiped to get the dust off of it. All right, we're shaking our rug. I had to get a new bathroom rug too, because the one that came with the house finally went kaput. I think I washed it probably a lot more than the old lady who lived here did. It was also pretty old too. It was probably many years old. But I bought this one at Walmart and we love it. I mean, it's just a small, like, microfibery one. So we're using our vacuum to get everything vacuumed up, because I'm bringing my cedar mop in here, my spin mop, because I want to get the walls washed, because I have not washed these walls in a while. And they needed done. You know, boys splash on them and they get dusty and grimy, so I wanted to make sure that I got them cleaned very well today. And honestly, all I put in my mop here to do the floor was a little squirt of my Dawn Platinum. I couldn't find my Mr. Clean that I had. I must have taken it to the garage or something when I was cleaning my table and stuff from the porch. So I actually just used a little bit of Dawn. So as you can see there, I put the rug back, and then I let the stuff cure. You can see them right there below the puff holder here. I did let it cure for 24 hours like you were supposed to. And then, like I said, I did move that puff up beside my other set of puffs so they weren't hanging and bothering the boys in the like the shampoo holder there. As you can see, my floor wasn't too dirty, but it needed mopped. I'm sure it was sticky and smelly and all that good stuff. All right, we are getting this load of laundry out of the dryer and then hanging up some of my son's clothes, and then we're going to head upstairs to get my dishwasher loaded. And we only have about a minute left of this short and sweet video, so I'm going to let you go. But before I do, I want to thank you for clicking on this video and watching it. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. If you have not given it a thumbs up, go ahead and do that. It just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed it. It also lets me know that you enjoyed it. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then the bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. I release every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you join my community. So until next video, friends, have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.